Lee Seojin was your average Joe who lived an average life, went to an average college, and got an average job. That was until he turned into a loser who lost his job when his company fired him during mass layoffs. Tired of job hunting, Seojin took a loan from the bank to set up his own coffee shop since that was his childhood dream. But that dream shattered quickly too. Just 2 months after he set up shop, a cheap coffee chain store opened up nearby, and he lost all his business to it. He wanted to close down his business, but then he wouldn't have any way to pay the loan and bills, so he stuck with the unprofitable business. He could not compete with coffee chain in price and popularity, so he had to keep his shop open for longer. Seojin's only comfort during this time was his pet dog, Jeolmi, who had been with him for many years. Seojin wanted to give his dog a better life too, but after being a corporate slave for 7 years, he was now barely making minimum wages and couldn't do anything about the quality of their life. One day, as he is closing his shop at 11 p.m., Seojin smells the scent of fresh apple mint, and then from the corner of his eyes, he notices a hole in the middle of the wall. The hole appears to be exactly half of Seojin's height, and he becomes so curious by the smell of the apple mint that he puts his hand in the hole. Seojin only feels a slight chill, but then he recalls a conversation he had with his father, who was a mountaineer and an adventurer. He often used to leave to get milk and not return for months, but he was still Seojin's hero. One day, Seojin asked him about the most amazing place he visited, and his dad told him about a place beyond a hole that was only half his height and smelled of mint. The young Seojin really wants to visit that place too, and his dad promised to take him there when he grows up. However, he left on a final milk run one day and never returned, but Seojin has not yet lost hope of his coming back. Now, seeing the entrance right before him, Seojin takes the leap of faith and enters it. Just as he reaches the other side, he sees a status window congratulating him on becoming the guardian of the dimensional portal. It also displays headings like items, skills, and contribution points, but Seojin has nothing to his credit right now. Seojin doesn't understand what is happening with him, but then he notices the apple mint plant booming in front of him, and he gets closer to take a deep whiff. He wants to take the apple mint to brew some refreshing tea, but as he tries to pluck some leaves, the system tells him that he does not have enough contribution points to do that just yet and must increase his contribution points to take anything from the forest. Seojin is confused because the system tells him to increase his contribution without telling him how to do it. He gives up on the apple mint and walks deep into the forest, where the fresh air relaxes his body and mind. Just then, he feels the strong aroma of lemon balm, which is an ingredient he often uses in his shop. Seojin finds the lemon balm plant loaded with flowers and fruits, but there is no way he can take them with him because of his low contribution points. He wants to make an iced tea with lemons and mint and enjoy its pristine taste, which is the main reason he decided to open a coffee shop. His previous job worked him to the bone, and he had almost no time for himself. During that period, the only source of comfort for him was his pet dog, Jeolmi, and the tea and coffee he made for himself. As Seojin is thinking that he could not open a coffee shop that would give others a place to relax, a cute squirrel marches in front of him. The squirrel gestures to Seojin that it wants something, and he realizes that he is hungry. As the squirrel scuttles around Seojin, he looks inside his pockets to see what he has. Luckily, he has a pack of sunflower chocolate balls that he was planning to snack on later. Seojin hesitates because he knows not all animals can digest chocolate, and he has no idea about squirrels in this regard. However, the squirrel snatches the sunflower chocolate balls from his hands and starts munching on them. He finishes it quickly and asks him for more, but Seojin does not want to give it more chocolate since it could be dangerous. However, the system informs him that the animals living in the dimensional portal can consume all kinds of foods humans eat. Seojin is relieved that he won't poison the little animal and starts giving him the rest of the chocolate balls. As he smiles at the cute squirrel stuffing its mouth with chocolate balls, 2 more squirrels come there. The squirrels approach Seojin, eyeing the food, and he moves towards them. The system window informs him that the squirrels want to be his friends and asks him if he will accept befriending them. Seojin presses yes without hesitation, and then the system tells him to give food to his new friends. Seojin knows this is why the squirrels want to be friends with him, but he finds them too cute to refuse. He distributes the remaining chocolate balls to the 2 new squirrels and then watches them gobble everything. After they finish feeding, the squirrels approach Seojin and lay on the ground, showing him their bellies. The system tells Seojin that the squirrels want his affection through physical contact. The first one has an affection level of 20, while the level of the remaining 2 squirrels is still 0. Xiaojun has become an expert at belly rubs because of raising Jialmi, and he uses his magic fingers to make the squirrels feel good. As he scratches one squirrel, the other 2 turn red and green because of jealousy, but he finds that cute too. With every scratch, the affection increases by 5%, and when the first squirrel reaches 100% affection, it happily runs away to the forest. The second and third squirrels also follow suit, and Xiaojun is disappointed. He wanted to at least give them names. The first one would be called Mocha, the second would be Choco, and the third would be Waffle. Xiaojun plans to call them the next time, as he hopes that they will come see him again since they are friends. As he turns to leave, he notices Mocha coming to him with a round fruit, which is a gift to commemorate their friendship. Xiaojun reads the information window of the fruit and finds that it is D-grade lime from deep slumber. Its effects include providing the user with an instant rest equivalent to 10 minutes of deep sleep. Soon, Choco and Waffle also return with limes they want to gift Xiaojun. Xiaojun thanks them and then tickles Choco's belly, who is much larger than the other 2 squirrels. He gets happy at being tickled and shows Xiaojun that he is hiding another lime in his mouth. Xiaojun thanks the squirrel and praises him, and the system window tells him that Choco's self-esteem has increased by 30 points. Seeing Choco get praised, Mocha and Waffle run back to the forest, leaving the limes they brought to Xiaojun's feet, and Choco joins them, not to be left behind. Soon, Mocha returns, holding a lime in his hands and rolling another with his foot. Xiaojun praises him, and his self-esteem rises by 40 points, which makes him really happy. Immediately after that, Choco comes with a giant lime, which is as big as him. He was rolling it under his feet and could not control it, but Xiaojun helped him at the last moment and picked up the lime. Choco looks at Xiaojun with expectant eyes, and Xiaojun praises him again, raising his self-esteem by another 20 points and bringing it to 50 points. As Choco comes to nuzzle with Xiaojun, Waffle also returns, determined to gain the most praise. He is carrying a whole lime branch that is twice as long as him. As the squirrel whimpers while dragging the branch, Xiaojun carries it for him and compliments that he is amazing for carrying such a big branch on his own. Waffle becomes really happy as his self-esteem increases by 60 points in one go. On the other hand, Xiaojun is happy that he has 10 limes in front of him, thanks to his friends. But he questions himself about whether he could take them with him, even though they were gifts. Just then, the system window appears in front of him again and informs him that because he has become friends with 3 squirrels, his contribution points have increased. Now Xiaojun has 10 contribution points, which means he can collect one type of crop from the forest with no restrictions on the amount. Xiaojun is happy and pats the squirrels as he thanks them for their gifts. However, that reminds him that his dog Jialmi is alone at home and waiting for him. Xiaojun puts the limes in his pocket as he gets ready to leave, but the squirrels are sad. Waffle even starts to cry. But as Xiaojun explains about his other furry friend at home, the squirrel seems to understand him. Xiaojun promises the squirrels that he will return tomorrow, and they ask him to make a pinky promise because they don't trust normal promises. Xiaojun promises them by touching their palms and then patting their heads. He feels much better after making such cute friends and has forgotten about the stress he was in just now. He begins to head back, and the squirrels climb on his shoulder. Waffle slips, but Xiaojun catches him, puts him on his head, and starts walking back to the gate with Mocha leading the way. On the way, Xiaojun notices the lemon balm plant and reads its information window. It is the lemon balm of afternoon relaxation and could put you in the relaxed mood of a Saturday afternoon for 10 minutes. However, it has a drawback too, and overconsumption can lead to lethargy. Fearing the drawback, Xiaojun gives up on collecting the lemon balm since he can only carry one thing back. He decides to select the apple mint because, using that and the limes his friends gave him, he can make virgin mojitos. Xiaojun keeps on heading to the portal, with the squirrels pulling his ears and hair, using them like a handle. In front of the portal, Xiaojun sees the apple mint plant and reads its information window. The D-grade time fair's apple mint could extend the duration of the effects of other items by 5 minutes. Xiaojun thinks it is a decent property that will go well with the lime and plucks some leaves. However, he has no bag to carry the mint leaves, so he decides to take off his shirt and use it as a bag. Xiaojun says goodbye to Mocha, Choco, and Waffle and then exits the portal to see Jialmi relaxing on the floor. Jialmi sniffs Xiaojun and seems to ask if he has been cheating on her with other dogs, but Xiaojun assures him that he has made some squirrel friends and will take her to meet them the next time. Considering the relationship between dogs and squirrels, it doesn't seem like a good idea. However, Seojin notices that it is already 12:30, and he has to open the shop at 7 in the morning again, so he decides to leave for home immediately. Seojin is definitely not a morning person and has always struggled with completing his sleep while studying, working his job, or running his shop. The next morning, 10 minutes before he has to open the shop, Seojin is still feeling drowsy because he couldn't sleep well. Normally, he would make an Americano with an extra shot of espresso to wake himself up, but today, he wants to try the virgin mojito from the ingredients from the dimensional portal. Seojin first cuts and squeezes the lime, then adds sparkling water, ice, and sugar to it before topping it off with freshly cut apple mint. Seojin is impressed by how good the drink looks, and forced by his habit of making food look more appealing. He sticks a straw in it and then clicks a picture for social media. After that, he takes a sip and finds that the mojito is delicious and refreshing. He can see its information window too. It states that it is the mojito of tranquility, which has the same relaxing effect as a 15-minute deep sleep. Seojin cannot stop himself from sipping it quickly but decides to save half the glass for later. He has limited ingredients and hopes that he can keep them for a long time. He wants to sell some virgin mojitos too but thinks that it will not happen today. As he is thinking about that, Seojin suddenly gets a bout of freshness and feels like he has just woken from a power nap. He feels more relaxed and energetic, and he realizes that the herbs really worked. Just then, one of his regular customers, Suyeon, comes to the coffee shop. She orders an iced Americano with 2 extra shots, and Seojin realizes that she had a tough day at the office yesterday. Suyeon always stops by Seojin's shop before going to work, and she drinks only Americano without an exception. And depending on the workload of the previous day, she would ask him to increase the espresso shots. They have never talked much, but Seojin has memorized her order pattern. Just as Suyeon is about to pay for her order, she notices Seojin drinking the virgin mojito, and asks him to change her order to that too. Seojin is surprised because even though the virgin mojito is on his menu, people rarely order it since it is on the expensive side. However, Suyeon tells him that she can easily afford 1 drink, and Seojin starts making a virgin mojito for her. He includes a cute umbrella on top of the glass, hands it to Suyeon, and then gives her a coffee coupon. Seojin hopes that she likes the virgin mojito because this is the first time she has ordered anything other than an Americano. He wonders if she changed her order because the weather forecast today had a heat wave warning, but he doesn't dwell on it much. Fortunately, for Seojin, other customers also imitate Suyeon's order and order virgin mojitos. Thanks to that, he sells around 30 glasses of the drink and earns more than what he had earned in the last 2 days combined. Seojin is happy because, after 2 months of a downward graph, he can see hope of his business catching some speed. He thinks that today's sales are thanks to his adorable squirrel friends and plans to take some more sunflower chocolate balls for them as a snack today. After the busy morning, Seojin's rest of the day is quite usual. There are only a few customers at lunchtime and a few in the evening. Around 7 p.m., another unexpected thing happens as Suyeon comes to the shop again, which she has never done before. Seojin is puzzled by her changed behavior, but then she approaches the counter and orders another virgin mojito. Seojin realizes that she liked the drink but apologizes because he has run out of ingredients. Suyeon looks disappointed, but Seojin sees this as a chance to start a conversation with her. He asks her if she was working late again today, and she affirms before asking him how he knew that. Seojin replies that, believe it or not, he also had a proper job earlier, and he knows how they treat the employees nowadays. Suyeon understands him and explains that she has no time for herself because of unpaid overtime and can barely manage to do all her chores on time. She smiles as she states that the only thing she looks forward to is Sunday, when she can complete her sleep, and Seojin replies that he used to feel the same way when he had a job. He used to relax on Sundays and visit coffee shops to rejuvenate. But now that he owns one, he has learned that it is not as relaxing as being a customer. Suyeon realizes that Seojin likes coffee and explains that she doesn't know much about coffee, which is why she always orders an Americano. She remarks that the virgin mojito in the morning was nice, but since she can't have that now, she wants an iced Americano. Seojin asks her if she wants an extra shot of espresso, and Suyeon smiles that he has memorized his order. Seojin starts preparing it just like his customer wants it to be and then puts a cute pineapple-shaped straw in it. Suyeon smiles as she sees the cute straw, and Seojin claims that it is a special straw that he gives only to his regular customers. She is really happy and claims that it made her day, and to thank Seojin, she gives him something she likes very much. She gives him a pack of wasabi almonds, claiming she is addicted to their spicy taste. However, Seojin hesitates to take it because he doesn't want to set his toilet paper on fire the morning after he eats the spicy almonds. But since it is a gift from a customer, he cannot refuse it and accepts it. He realizes that this is the first gift he has ever received from a customer. Initially, he had been dreaming of creating a shop exactly like this, where people could feel at home and relax with their friends. He wanted to make his shop a happy and safe place, where the customers would also be his friends. Seojin is overwhelmed by happiness and puts the wasabi almonds in his pocket. Soon, more customers return to his shop to order the amazing virgin mojito, but Seojin apologizes to all of them that he is out of ingredients. Even though he is apologizing to them, a constant smile never leaves his face because it is the first time he has tasted such success. At first, Seojin thought that for middle-class customers, the price on the menu was the most important thing, and that was what could attract them to the shop. That method was effective at first, and whenever the sales were low, he used to adjust the price of the most popular drinks to attract more customers. However, things returned to the usual after a couple of days, each time he did that. Eventually, when the cheap coffee chain opened near him, his price-changing strategy also became ineffective, as he could not compete with them at the low prices. However, things are starting to change now as customers come back to order the expensive virgin mojito. He thinks it is all thanks to the dimensional portal and decides to pay another visit there today. Before that, Seojin closes the shop and asks his dog, Jeolmi, if she wants a snack. Jeolmi starts barking happily upon hearing a snack and gets in the crouching position to look cute to her owner. Seojin tries to imitate her to play with her, but she looks at him like she is calling him stupid. Seojin also laughs because he realizes that his actions are quite cringe-worthy. He gets to the snack drawer and gives Jeolmi a treat before telling her to wait patiently for him so that he can go to the dimensional portal. He wants to bring many ingredients today and hopes that by using them, they can live happily ever after. That's it for this video. Tell us what you think about the story in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.